had a story to tell. That would be more dramatic. Just keep on like this. Oh, yes, this thing.
Or you could just hold it.
I figured this out. I was painting my ceiling yesterday, and I learned about these extendable things. Timely enough. This is my problem.
Hey, it's only a 2-hour show.
So I have 2 minutes left.
You're good.
This is a story called How I Met My Neighbor on Marlborough Street. So once there was a boy named Michael, and he got diabetes. And his life changed overnight. And he wasn't such a good diabetic. He kind of really liked alcohol and bread and rice. But then he said, you know what, I'm gonna be a good diabetic. And he became very healthy, but he still wasn't quite getting it until the blizzard of 2026. So a few weeks ago, there was a big snowstorm, and I had to go to my parents' house because they were in Florida. Who was going to shovel the driveway to let the mailman in? And so as I was shoveling the driveway, I realized this is the key. My diabetes numbers were perfect. All the sugar went away, and I was cured. And I said, whoa, how do I keep this going when I get back to Boston? I don't have any friends with driveways. So I decided to go outside and just start shoveling out cars of random people. And so I started on Fairfield, and I was shoveling this guy out, and I saw all these tickets coming off of his car. Oh no. And it's like, I was like, just putting the tickets in the window and make sure I didn't lose them. And so I finished that one, and I was only doing 15 minutes after each meal, because I would eat, then I would shovel, it all worked out perfectly. And so after a full day, I had one car completely uncovered. And so by day 4, I turned the corner onto Marlborough for my 4th car. And as I'm there in the morning at 8 a.m., shoveling it out, this beautiful woman walks behind this car with 2 dogs. And she looks at me. And she says, hi. And I said, hi. And then she comes around and she says, that's my car. And I said, I hope you don't mind. I'm shoveling it for exercise. It's really doing well for my diabetes. And she said, oh, well, I wouldn't say no. And then she asked me a couple of questions, and then she went on to walk the dogs, assuming that I would be there when she got back, because I was only on the first third of the car. But I, of course, was on my 9th minute of shoveling, so I was back to work at the apartment. Then something else happened. I had lunch, and I was like, what do I do now? I gotta go shovel again. So I went out and started shoveling the second third of the car. I was getting like right near the driver's side door. And all of a sudden, she shows up again. This incredibly beautiful woman with these 2 dogs. And I was like, wow, there she is again. And she was probably saying, wow, there he is again. And so I talked to her a little bit more, and I said, wow, you walk the dogs pretty often. I also walk pretty often, or I used to before I decided to shovel cars. But there's not that many cars left, so maybe we could walk together tonight. She said, oh, that would be great. And so we walked together. And I enjoyed the walk. And I gave her my number. And then the next day, she texted and she said, we want to go for a walk. Thank you for shoveling the rest of my car last night. It looks great. And I said, great, let's go for a walk. so after the third walk later that night, she said, "Do you want to come in to have some tea?" I said, "I would love to." And a little bit after the tea, we kissed. And now we're dating, and it's Tanya.